Hey guys, Anna here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are in the world of Del Sol Valley and we are building our second pack restricted build for the expansion pack Get Famous. So this is a Get Famous and base game only build. And we are in the Inner Circle lot, which is the home. It's a lot where they had the starter home for this world. It's in that downtown area, in that kind of cul-de-sac area. And as I mentioned in Tuesday's build, the size of this lot is insane. I really don't like the fact that we had such big lots to make starter homes. I would have made this be a starter home, but it was just I found it was just so easy to overspend, especially when you've got so much of a backyard. That it's just easy to, spend so much on a build. I believe this build is at least 40 to 50k. This is a 3x2 bedroom home and it is in like a modern mid-century style. This home just came to me randomly. I think sometimes when I build, and I think there are other people that do this as well, they start with a rectangle and they just go with it. You might have some point of inspiration. It might be a roof line, it might be a front section, it might be the way that you want to have the entrance of the home. And sometimes just like the easiest point of inspiration like that can lead to a really pretty build. I've got a build that's coming up in February when we do the get together builds that I'm just designing now, and I really love it. It's a modern home and it's so beautiful. And that build was based off a little bit of a floor plan, but the exterior is just so good. Anyway, back to this build. So that just goes to show you how much I've been building lately. So I've got a lot coming for February, so that should be a very exciting month. And so this build is, I would say it's pretty open floor. It does have a closed section. So as I like to do, I like to have sections in my build. So this whole left section is all bedrooms and then the whole right section is living rooms. And the living room is just a long rectangle. And I really think that I've done a really good job in this particular build with spacing and fitting in, having like a flow. This house has such good flow. And it's one of those builds, again, that I actually would really like to play in. I don't really like the lighting on this lot, which is why I'm struggling a lot with swatches and coloring and making sure that everything fits. But I just really like the floor plan of this build. I think it's really solid. I think playing in this type of house would be so simple because everything is so near. You don't have to walk, your Sims don't have to walk for a long time to get things. They're not going up multiple flights of stairs. It's all in one. So we are kind of mapping out that floor plan a little bit here. So I am starting with the kitchen. And again, I wanted kind of a retro, modern, mid-century feel, and so we do use a lot of bright colors. I do change the green. I think in the end it's more like a blue, but I think do I keep the orange? I might keep the orange, but those are those bar stools that I mentioned in Tuesday's build that I actually love. It's one of the standout items I feel that come with the pack. They're just sophisticated to me. They're just really nice and I really enjoy them. And then obviously we're using all of that type of mid-century furniture that came with the pack. I really love these couches, these chairs, coffee table, and it just pairs really well with a lot of the modern-esque items that come with base game. So I actually feel like this particular build from memory came together really quickly, and it was just because everything flowed. And I thought just putting this kind of this improv wall in the center of that space to put the backing of the TV was so genius. We do put some columns on the either side, yep, as you see there, and that just kind of, it adds division, but it just makes sense. Like you start from the kitchen and everything flows to the front door. So we are now doing the floor plan for the left side of the build. We are going to put our dining table here. Yes, I know it's a little bit disconnected, but there was no other place to put the dining table. So I think it's okay. It's it does kind of, obviously the flow does stop because of that wall, but it's fine. And we are now mapping out the rooms. So in this space, we have the 2 bathrooms. We have one a master bathroom with the bedroom. And then we have the 3 bedrooms. Yeah, so a master and then 2 other bedrooms and then a main bathroom. And yeah, as you can see, the build's coming together quite quickly. I did struggle with wallpaper. I did struggle with the color scheme. I didn't know what I wanted to do internally. Even externally, the stucco that comes with this pack is quite nice. But I just found with the lighting, I couldn't find anything that looked nice. We do end up going with hardwood flooring. I do use one of my favorite hardwood floorings from Base Game. It's not this one. We do change it. And it just totally fits this build. It has that 2-tone colorway. And yeah, I think we do change the wallpaper. I know we changed the wallpaper in all the bedrooms. And potentially all the windows, I might make them lighter as opposed to the black and white swatch. Pendant lights, I don't normally use them, but Get Famous came with really nice pendant lights, came with really nice lights in general. So I've gone in with that. These are just Base Game curtains. They're not my favorite, but we did get curtains with Get Famous, but in my opinion, they're not going to fit the style of this build. So I've decided to use the Base Game ones. So at this point, we are just trying to finalize the wallpaper. As I mentioned, I did struggle a little bit with that. And it's coming together. It's coming together. This is when I change it to blue. And yes, I do go with that kind of rust burnt orange color. And I kind of pair that in with the dining chairs, but also with the armchairs. The paintings in this pack are really lovely. They're just a little oversized, so I just downsized that. And I do like the plant that we got with this build. It's definitely more mid-century, so I used it. I did use it in the skill room in Tuesday's build, but I've definitely used it here, and it fits the space well. I think I changed the color of that the front door like 4 times in this build. I really don't know which one I want to use. And yeah, so gone in with some upper cabinets just to kind of complete the kitchen. I think I do need to still put in a sink. And I think I've just put it next to the fridge there. Yep. Simple. Really love it. Just basic, to the point, what you need. And yeah. Some sconces. Looking back at this now, I think that this rug is not the right choice. I don't like how it looks sized up. So bear in mind, if you download this build, it is on the gallery at the moment. So my build gallery ID is Antoinette44. It is in the description below if you need. But if you do download this build and you would like to change all that stuff, feel free. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts so far. I really like this build. I would dare to say that this is my favorite for the week. The big mansion was good, but I would prefer to play in this type of home. And this only has one less bedroom than Tuesday's build. So to be fair, it's not that different in terms of how many Sims you can get in there. All right, so this is the master bedroom, and we are just going in with blue and all of the furniture. So we got a bed, we've got this mirror you do unlock. It's an unlockable. It would have actually gone really well in Tuesday's build. I don't know why I didn't include it. And then we've gone in with the dresser, and then the bedside table with the lamp. And then we've got the fruit plant, which is just such a weird item. It's like a bouquet of flowers, but it's made of fruit. Not sure why that's in the game. And just, yeah, very simple. Just kept it with the color scheme of the house. All right, this is the first child's room. So again, I wanted to stick with more of the modern furniture. I don't use this bed very often, so I thought, why not use it? It is a base game bed. We didn't really get much for children in Get Famous, which is weird because you can have like child stars and stuff, so not quite sure. But yeah, put in a Blaffy, put in a bookcase, a desk, lab, basic stuff. I did get out the content creation stuff, but I decided that I wanted an extra bedroom instead, so I do end up deleting that. So at this point, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Here's me changing the cabinetry again and the walls again. But I do believe I assign all the wallpaper now for all the 3 bedrooms. So we've got kind of like a different color scheme. And then we're leading into our final bedroom, which I believe is, I guess, a teen's room, child's room, you know, whatever you want to put in this room kind of thing. It's not a massive room, but yeah, it's very similar to the other bedroom. Again, there were a lot of, I was trying to think at this point what items I hadn't used, and I thought, no, let's just keep it basic. I love that kind of dresser that we got. So that's part of a update that we got from a CC creator years and years and years ago for the base game. And I use it all the time because it's one of the most usable items and it's quite modern, so it fits the theme. Put in a desk, and yeah, again, changing the front doors, and now we're just working in this hallway space. There's not a lot you can do. I did kind of make this hallway space very just a hallway with some doors in it, so there's not too much room. Okay, now we are back outside changing the exterior wallpaper. I told you I went through, it took me a long time to work out what I wanted to do, what sat right, what looked good, and yeah. And then I think I go into the landscaping and furnishing the outside. So I didn't really know what I wanted to do for landscaping. So as usual, I kept it very minimal, lots of greenery. I put some shrubs. I do think shrubs and ferns and whatnot, they're a little bit more palatable for like a modern build. And hydrangeas, cypress trees, and yeah. All right, so we are mapping out a kind of like a faux driveway. I do end up, I don't know why I just deleted that because I do end up putting it back in. And we put in a car and something, and that's just to use the space. As I said before, a lot of the issue I had with this build was just so much space, and sometimes negative space looks really good, and then other times it just looks a bit, you know, it looks like it's an unfurnished home. And I feel like my Sims would give me that poorly decorated moodlet that you see. Oh, can't stand that. Spend hours building a build and then your Sim goes poorly decorated. Anyway, we're in the backyard and we are just mapping out the backyard. I put in a massive pool because why not? We have the space for it. I then make a little kind of dining area. So I think I put in a bar as well. This, yeah, it looks just as fancy as what Tuesday's build was, just because I had the space. And that's the only reason I did this. If I didn't have the space, if I had a bunch, I would prefer probably a smaller backyard. But hey, that's what we got. So I changed, again, I went in with my favorite bar stools. I think we do go in with potentially a picnic table in that space as well. I decided to do this little garden area, so you'll see that in a minute, where I put a whole pile of planters and I'm just decorating very simply how I normally would, just some table and chairs. Yes. Oh, yep. I go in with an umbrella table and I pair in the yellow. And then I had this big massive space and I thought, well, piranha pool doesn't really, like the piranha water feature doesn't fit. Let's just put in like the big space explorer child's jungle gym. We had the space, there are children in the home, and I just thought, why not? But as I said, I wouldn't normally do this, but I needed something to fill that area. So I've just lined this area with shrubs, and I just go in with some lay-lowing flowers and I believe some hydrangeas, as I normally do. And as you can see, we put all those planter boxes there, so that's kind of like a gardening area. So just adds for more skill building. You've got a little bit of skill building in this home. I believe there's an easel somewhere and whatnot, and a chess table, all the basic stuff that you would want in the home. So yeah, as I said, just finishing it up with some flowers, hydrangeas, adding some pops of yellow and pink in the front of the build, which is quite nice. And then just retouching up all of the terrain paint, putting our bin and our mailbox. There's another look at that gardening space. And I believe, are just putting the final touches. I think I'm just going to decorate this little porch area here, just another seating area. Again, I really love those couches and armchairs. And I decided to use the bar that came with the pack. And then I put in a chess table. And just some clutter items around this place. I wanted to put in a speaker somewhere. I think I do, yep. And yeah. Oh, and the bathroom. Totally forgot we didn't furnish a bathroom. So you will only see the furnishing of one bathroom in this build, but that's okay. You'll see the other in the walkthrough. And we did get some bathroom furniture, so I used a little bit of that. Kept it very simple, just everything that you need. All right, I believe we are adding in, an easel. There's your easel. Just adding in some more skill building. I put in a guitar because, again, music is one of the ways you can become famous in this pack. All right, just putting the final touches, and then I believe we are going in to the tour. Change the lighting. Look how pretty that looks. We walk through the front door into the dining space, and then we head towards the living area and kitchen. It's just an all-in space. I love the flow of this right side of the build. You head down the hallway and you have your master bedroom, and I guess it's not an ensuite because the door doesn't go into it, but bathroom number 1, I guess. And then you have a child's room, and then a third room, which is a child's room, I guess, or teen's room, and then the main downstairs, the main bathroom. You head outside into a lovely little sitting area. You have that garden area, you have your pool, you have your bar, you have your kids' jungle gym. And yeah, you just have loads of fun out here. There's so much space. Again, the lots are very spacious. That's your front landscaping. I've just put in a car. I thought it might need an extra tree on that side, so I'm just going to play around with that. And that is the build today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this build. I really enjoyed this build. It is available on the gallery as mentioned. And if you would like to see more content like this, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.